All right, so for more on this, Earl Watson joining us. Give me your 5 top NBA prospects and start with number 1.
And number 1, I'm going with the obvious is Evan Mobley. The way he plays, he's a unicorn. He's shooting 30% from the 3 right now, but defensively he dominates the game and his skill level can be extremely higher. If he ever shoots 36 or higher, he can be definitely the number 1 pick, but he's obviously a top 3. And you can't teach the things he does with his height and his skill and his ability to play and be unselfish and pass the ball. And I would love to be his teammate and throw lobs, get out and transition him and get him in transition above the rim, above the square, but he's dynamic.
You're talking about Oregon, you have dynamic point guard play from Pritchard, a guy that's been in before. He could be player of the year in college basketball, definitely in the Pac-12. And he has the mental stamina to hit big shots, take over games. He has the edge and the dog to actually talk to opposing teams' fans like he did at Washington. I just love him. I think it's very, I call the Pac-12 its point guard conference. You have great point guards that come through, and he's been a great one.
And for the love of the game, these players done everything they did. They sacrificed coaches the same way. And Rich and I have been here for the last literally 16 hours straight. Yeah. Right? And what we talk about, we don't talk about the NBA most of the time. We talked about college. Those are your brothers for life. That's your family for life. And you move on past that and you never let go of that relationship.
What I told him is UCLA is going to always be UCLA. You're going to always have a great opportunity, a great chance of education to develop and meet the smartest people in the world, especially on the court and off the court. And what Jaime was, if you pull up his high school tapes, Jaime was a wing. And Jaime, to me, always had this shifty awkwardness, footwork to his game that was kind of like on the perimeter in high school, similar to Ginobili, the Euro steps, the awkward finishes. But what you see now is Jaime's footwork in the post, jump stopping, playing off 2 feet, finding angles, making the extra pass. He's a basketball savant, but his parents also played basketball. And his mom is the passionate one. She's the one in the stands cussing him out. So I think being with the Heat, it's perfect for him because he has that at home, that same mentality, that same accountability, and kind of like that edge.
All basketball players love to score, but in order to score, you got to have defense. And for SC, their biggest strength is defensively, protecting the rim, field goal percentage defensively, being number 2 in the country. And that's not easy to do. That means you have to have full commitment. And the players on the perimeter have to have trust that the guys guarding the rim can block shots. Mobley brings that to the table every game along with his older brother, Isaiah. I have a really good senior picture from that game of us. It was like me, Richard Jefferson, Matt Barnes, Gilbert Arenas, and Capono. It's framed in my house. That's why I came to UCLA to play against Arizona. I still don't understand why he didn't come to UCLA. That's the issue for me.
I was from Phoenix. Bibby made me go there.
Oh my God.
It was his fault.
I know Johnny played for my team and then the Compton Magic, so I know everyone's proud in LA, especially your parents. Johnny, what was your role, your mindset on this road trip? You came on this road trip and you took your game to the highest level, which I know you can do because I've seen you at a younger age. Where are you at mentally with your game? Johnny, for the younger players out there who want to eventually do what you're doing right now, what you've done almost your whole life playing basketball, what are some of your reps and shots you make per day or per practice before and after? Anytime you have dominant bigs in this game of basketball, the way it's played today, you need 3-point shooting. They're only shooting around 33%. They have to get to the mid to high 30s in order to get spacing and then turning the ball over. You need a point guard and have point guard play and playmaking that can go to a 2 assists to 1 turnover type of game. And Ethan has a chance to do that this season and is eventually become a premier playmaking point guard for this roster. Oregon State did a great job of forcing Oregon to play within the arc, trading 3s for 2s, and on the other end, they just lit it up as if they were Oregon, shooting beyond the arc 3s, 3, 3, 3, big shot after big shot. We call that good to great. Passing up a good shot for a great shot, the rhythm is there, the pass is there, and you can see they literally are a family. Big time in the penny, another big shot down the stretch at the free throw line or elbow. But Oregon fought back and they got back in this game. Unfortunately, it wasn't in time to make a push.
As a point guard, just to kind of get your rhythm back and your conditioning back.
Bigs will always say this is not true, but as a former point guard, being a point guard is very difficult. You're the maestro of music, so to say, on the court. You have to find the rhythm, you have to find the flow, you have to be a psychologist and make sure everyone's okay in the flow of the game, and then pay attention to your coach. So it's going to take some time, but he has a great mentor in that sideline, assistant coach Jason Hart. He can teach him and guide him throughout the process.